as week to week to week that teams cannot put back-to-back good games. We see the Baltimore Ravens, score 44 points. Oh, let me get the score exactly for you. What was it? Oh, it was 34-31 versus the Vikings, and then they kind of stutter and sense in, right? But so let's flash back to them when they played Cincinnati. They lost 41-17, and then the next week they scored 34 points. The Cincinnati Bengals are the same way. You don't know which Cincinnati teams is going to show up. The Super Bowl caliber Bengals or the first round pick caliber Bengals. And then you have the Steelers. The Steelers probably might be the most bottom of the line, or the not bottom of the line, but the most level line team in the division. And then of course you got the Baltimore Ravens that who knows what they're doing. So when we look at the AFC North, guys, there are times that we're like, oh, all four teams are going to make the playoffs. Now we're like, man, are any of the teams even going to make the playoffs? Obviously, one has to make, because one has to win the division. So the question that I have that I'm proposing to myself here is, who is going to win the AFC North? Currently, we have Cincinnati in first place, Baltimore in second, Pittsburgh in third, and the Cleveland Browns in fourth place in that division. They all separated by one game. Cincinnati and Baltimore are both 8-6 on the season. Pittsburgh is 7-7, and then of course Cleveland is now 6-7 on the season. So when it comes down to it, obviously many people say, "Oh, the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, yada yada yada." Guys, Lamar Jackson's probably done for the season. I was talking to my wife about it, and the bone bruise that he has in his ankle, it is not a heal overnight. It is not something that heals in a week. This is going to take months and months and months to heal. So he will not be 100% going into the playoffs or even next week, even with the 2 weeks off. And they have so many injuries and COVID and everything else that guys, the Baltimore Ravens will miss the playoffs this season. Write it down right now. The Baltimore Ravens will miss the playoffs. Right now, they're currently 8th seed. They are out. Then we look at the Cleveland Browns. We've already put them out. They are done. Shoot them in the pasture. They will be eliminated next week when they lose to the Green Bay Packers. Then we have the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The two teams that could definitely make a run if they had the chance to. Two teams that are probably the most built to make a divisional win push of it, like obviously. So let's start with the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's pull up their schedule. Let's look at their record. Right now they are 8-6, like we said. They end the season versus the Baltimore Ravens, the Kansas City Chiefs, and then at the Cleveland Browns. Wow. Now, everything that I said about the Ravens, like about them being backs against the wall, Lamar Jackson being hurt, yada, 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 it's still a division game. Yes, the Bengals are at home. Ravens are going to be hungry. What better way to feed that hunger than to knock off the number one team in the division, right? That's not going to happen. They beat the Ravens. They lose to the Chiefs, and then they lose to the Browns to end up this season, making them 9-8 on the season. So then we look at the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers are sitting at 7-6-1. I misspoke earlier. They do play the Kansas City Chiefs this week at Arrowhead. Then they play the Cleveland Browns and then the Ravens. They have a chance against the Kansas City Chiefs because the Kansas City Chiefs will probably be short-handed. No Tyreek Hill, no Travis Kelce, no Ward, no kicker, right? They beat the Browns on a Sunday Night Football there. And then they probably beat the Ravens as well to end out the season. That puts them at 9-7-1 on the season. Then it comes down to a tiebreaker here because both teams will have 9 wins on the season. And then Cincinnati Bengals will get the nod. So I think the Cincinnati Bengals will come out of the AFC North this season, and